Hey everybody, this is Dak. So glad to have you back. So this was put up by Sunflower Moon on her YouTube site about 5 days ago. Evidently, it is Grace Vanderwaal talking about why she is so different now in public. And as you know, I've done a deep dive into Grace's personality and her music over the last many months. And so this really fascinates me. And I want to find out exactly what she says in her own words. So this is about 7 minutes long. So here we go with Grace talking about her appearance. I have to say, the way she looks, what she's doing, I'll talk about it here in a second. So here we go.
They're or not asking, but they're like, how, like, but it was so sudden, your change. It was so sudden. This is why it was sudden. I'm gonna tell you right now, I literally have the story to tell you. One
Literally.
day, I was sitting with my sister, and I'm fucking hilarious. And I'm dope, and I'm pretty, and I'm awesome.
Yes, 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 and yes. Let's listen to that again.
I was sitting with my sister, and I'm fucking hilarious. And I'm dope, and I'm pretty, and I'm awesome. And I was just like, why am I hiding this from the world? Like, why am I acting like such
You like that little squeal she did? Why? Let's listen to that again.
I'm dope and I'm pretty and I'm awesome. And I was just like, why am I hiding this from the world? Like, why am I acting like such a loser on the internet? Like, I'm just muting out all my humor and just not being me. And that's stupid because I'm dope. And so my sister was like, honestly, Grace, you're at that age. Like, why don't you just say fuck it and just like do it? Like, what's gonna happen? And so I did. And that's the story. That's literally it. So then I was like, I'm just gonna start being me, Grace, in private to the public because I used to have separate personalities. You should have like a working personality. No, it was a modified version of normal Grace personality. Anyways,
Here, let me stop it back just a second. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy that Grace is finding herself, wants to be the same in public that she is in private. That makes me happy. I guess the things that don't make me happy are marking up her face, unprettifying herself. I really don't. I mean, I've known actually a lot of teenagers and women who did that, and I don't get it. I mean, maybe some of my female commentators can talk about it. It's just like it's almost like throwing yourself down in the mud and then coming up and saying this is what I want to be like. And also, I mean, God, I hate to be critical, but I'm going to have to say that I don't I don't like the modern mentality, the way they talk. Like the thing that's always really fascinated me about Grace is her elegance, her demeanor, but now she's talking like they talk on TikTok, on Instagram, and in schools, in public schools. And it's just for me, it's just not attractive. It's just like fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, you know. And I've heard enough of that from my daughter's friends, and I've been out there in the teenage world for, as I've said, 3 or 4 years, and it's just not attractive. The kids I find more attractive are the ones who break out of that. You know, it's just it's not appealing. So, you know, I Grace is probably going through this time right here where she evidently has been squelching her personality. You know, and so I'm glad that she's finding herself. I'm glad about that. And, you know, if she feels like she needs to mark her face up and cut her hair and, you know, dress slovenly to sort of get in touch with the trailer trash side that all of us have. You know, all of us have a little trailer trash in us, and that she felt like she couldn't let that trailer trash out, that in order to get back in touch with the humor and everything, well, then that's what she's got to do. Well, okay, cool. I mean, I'm all for that. I'm all for somebody finding themselves and being the same in public that they are in private. I am. I'm exactly the same right now with you that I am all the time. I'm the same everywhere, grocery store, whatever. Of course, I'm a lot older and I've gotten past the younger days and everything. So, yeah. But if, a lot of times when people are coming out of the closet with their personality, they they over exaggerate. And that seems to me what Grace is doing. Not criticizing her for that. You know, it just is what it is. Frankly, I just hope she gets past that. I want her to get back to the eloquence and elegance that she had before. Okay, so yeah, there it is.
Anyways, that's all what happened. And you know what? And that's why I feel like fans. Okay, look, because there are like multiple different types of fans of mine. There are fans that are like chill, and then there are like fans that are like literally like my friends, and I can just tell that they get me. They just get my vibe. And this was before I ever meshed private Grace with public Grace. And I feel like they knew this was coming. Like I just sense that they already knew I was like this. Like they
You know, in a way, I did sense this was coming because of what she did on Clearly, that video, marking up her face. That that completely blew me away. I'm like, what? Why would you, Grace? I don't see why you would want to do that. So evidently, this has been hiding there for a long time, as a few people have talked about. I don't think they've mentioned that Clearly video, but evidently it's been there.
they already got my humor because sometimes I would sprinkle it in, but very lightly. I would just very lightly sprinkle it in every now and then. And so I feel like fans of mine really, not everyone, I'm insecure too. But I also know that you think, God, I am probably one of the best people on the entire planet. Like, I don't know how people aren't just murdering people to get to me. You know, I know you're thinking that. And yet,
Oh my God, that is hilarious. I know you probably think I'm one of the nicest people on the planet, and she is. I've always thought she was. So people are just murdering people to get to me. Oh my God, that is just freaking funny. Damn.
people still mask themselves for other people and like, you know, online and stuff. And it's like, why would you do that when you know how dope you are? Like, and I've gotten to that point in my life.
I just want to stop real quick and say, yeah, why would you hide yourself when you know how dope you are? I mean, yeah, that's not the most eloquent way I've ever heard it said, but that is so freaking true. It's a great comment.
That like I feel like that's why I'm finally ready to be in the public eye. I feel like I was never ready in the past,
Wow.
and I'm ready now because no matter what people say, I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm not a liar. I don't lie. Of course, I'm gonna read that and be like,
I think that's pretty profound, actually. You know, I'm ready to be in the public because I know who I am. I know my name. And she wants to be in the public. I know that's the way it was with me. When I finally found my personality and had confidence, I enjoyed parties more. I enjoyed speaking more. Everything's more enjoyable when you know who you are, when you know your name, you know what your name means. So that's really profound.
ooh, like, ah, oh. That's bullshit if you're like, I read hate comments for fun. That's insecurity. If you see celebrities doing that, no, baby, no. And don't make yourself feel bad and be like, oh, well, why do I read it? Does that mean I'm insecure? Like, they're so confident. No, they're not. That's false sense of confidence then. Because, of course, mean things are going to hurt you. But The difference is,
Let me stop real quick and say Grace has always been candid in her interviews, and I've loved that. But she's never gone this far. I did always get a sense that she was holding back a little bit when she was talking about somebody, you know? But now she's not holding back anymore. I mean, what she just said, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's fake. I mean, she's just going all out now. And I love that, actually. Love it. I'm not, I'm not, she's kind of histrionic and forcing the issue a little bit, you know? So I'm not crazy about that, but she'll get past that. She'll get more comfortable with saying these kinds of things.
is that I read things and I'm like, ouch. Okay, uh, okay, ow. Anyways, I read things and I'm like, ow, that fucking hurt me. But then a couple minutes later, or even at the same moment, I never feel unsuccessful or ugly ever. That kind of sucks that someone would write that. But then if I walk to the mirror for something, I still look in the mirror and I literally still like I still see the same thing. And I still see
That's profound again. Somebody disses me. I feel a little bit bad, a little bit off, a little bit awkward, but I walk to the mirror and I still see the same thing. I'm still there. It's good stuff.
just undeniable beauty. I still look in the mirror and I still think, "Ugh." That's what I think. That is what I think. And I still am just like, that was really mean. And I feel like even if it leaked into my insecurities, I feel like people really don't like me and that really hurts my feelings. But why? Because I'm so awesome and beautiful. Like,
Again, just love that. I mean, I don't know how many times I had a conversation with myself when I was younger. I was like, God, I mean, I can't believe what they said. It's so, I mean, it's so unfair. It's so nasty. And if you've got any kind of self esteem problem, those kinds of rats feed on you. And we just can't let them feed on us in life, in real life, can we? I mean, we have to own up to our greatness. And that's what Grace is doing.
I still think that way. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I feel like I'm finally ready to be in the public eye right now. If I were to turn back time, no, I wouldn't change anything. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm ready. I'm
I'm glad you said that. If I could turn back time, no, I wouldn't change anything. I'm really glad to hear that.
happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to still be doing this. Babes, there were so many moments in my awful childhood where I was just like, screw this. I would be like, fine, just fire everyone.
I think it's so interesting that all of us thought Grace had this wonderful childhood, and she's calling it an awful childhood. I mean, I guess that music, that deep, introspective music of hers, had to come from somewhere, but she just seems so happy. I mean, you just never know, folks. We never can know, can we? I mean, we know about ourselves, but we don't know about anybody else. Wow.
I didn't even want this. Like, I didn't even ever want this. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm so happy that everything in my life happened, personally and publicly. Because, okay, so that's the thing. Like, now I feel that way. Now I feel that way. And I don't even know what I'm talking about.
She's just breaking all boundaries with her makeup, unbeautifying herself, pounding her chest like a gorilla, burping, spreading fuck all over the place. I mean, she's breaking down the glass and concrete boundaries that have enveloped her, or that she has felt like have enveloped her and her personality for years. So she's busting down the walls. And then my prediction is she's going to come back after busting down the walls and re-tap into that elegance, but it's going to be elegance with a little bit of trailer trash. And I think actually that's always good. Even Catherine Hepburn had that a little bit. So it's good to bust down the walls.
Guys, I lost track of my sentence. I lost track of my sentence, guys. Wait, guys, so does that actually mean money? Because I'm getting tons of them. Like a ridiculous amount of them. That's like I kind of need that money right now. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not actually. But, Guys, does it actually mean money? This is an important question. Oh, it's like 5 cents. Um,
It's like five
I'll just
cents.
show you what we're committing.
Wow. How can Grace Vanderwaal do all of that to her face, chop off all of her hair, and frankly, folks, she's still beautiful. There it is. I mean, I'm not saying I like it, but I guess Audrey Hepburn could have done the same thing and she still would have been beautiful. Marilyn Monroe. Give it as the full view.
Wait, what's that one song that they always use for YouTube videos? God, what is that song?
Okay, that's it. I want to back it up to that look. Look at that. Look at that look. Goodness gracious. She's just gorgeous. Yeah, so I think I said it all in that. I mean, she's just Grace is on, boy, she's on the discovery mission, isn't she? I mean, trying to not live by social rules, the rules of her family, rules of even possibly, maybe not her sister, but her brother or others, other people's rules. She's trying to find herself and say exactly what's on her mind and tap into exactly what she feels. I mean, and that's identity. I mean, the one thing about the world, especially now, is you're not supposed to fully express your identity. And it's sort of always been like that, for millennia. To actually put yourself out there all the time, I mean, it can get you, well, it can get you banned, which I was just banned from a site that I'd been on for a decade. They banned me for saying something political. And I figured that they would probably ban me, but they did. But I told my daughter, I said, it's how I think, it's how I feel. So I'm going to say it. And sure enough, the person who owned the site, who'd known me for 25 years, took me off the site. And I figured he probably would. But I mean, the whole thing is you're either going to stand up for what you think or you're not going to stand up for what you think. And you're going to be like that all the time, or you're not going to be like that all the time. You're going to repress. Grace is obviously seems to be at a point in her life where she's like, F it. I'm going to be me. Because that's really, when it comes down to it, that's the only value we can have in our life, is to be ourselves all the time. I mean, if we're not being ourselves, who are we being? So if that's what all this is about, kudos to you, Grace. Good on you, girl. You sweet, lovely, almost 17-year-old now. Go do it. Go be it. Create great music with it. And I really look forward to it. So this was really, really, really fascinating. And part of the reason it was fascinating is Grace lets us into her inner dialogue, her inner self. And I appreciate that. So fascinating, fascinating stuff. I really look forward to y'all's comments and chat with me. Let's talk about this. Okay, I'll catch you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.